Don't ever try that. The scariest of them all, right there and there, the boy could not talk, the boy could not feed himself. Guys, in this video, I want to share with you guys 15 things you must know as a first time mother, not just as a first time mother, even as a fifth time mother. We learn every day. So the first thing on my list is that as you are pregnant, you should have a doctor's number. Yes. And even as you have given birth to your child, you should always have a doctor's number. You should have a family doctor, in short, because there are some things you are likely to experience that doesn't really need you to go to the hospital. They might seem huge to you, but a doctor can just talk to you over the phone and tell you, oh yeah, do this. If it's fever, just undress him. Once it's 39 degree, just come to the hospital. Yes, you always need someone to talk to that is health inclined. It can be a nurse, it can be a doctor. Just have someone that is a medical practitioner. Just have the number. The next tip or thing you must know as a first time mother is that it's not just about giving birth and going home. Make sure your baby is okay. Yes, make sure your baby is okay. Some babies develop jaundice, some babies' blood sugar level is not normal. So, especially if you're a cesarean section mom, that's CS, they tend to focus more on the mom than the baby. So, just make sure your baby is strong, healthy, and healthy before you leave the hospital. The next thing is let your thermometer be your friend. Yes, fever is a no man's friend. Fever no reach. Fever no beauty. Trying to say in essence is that this fever is something that occurs in babies, in children. So you should have your thermometer to always know when it is going over the boundary. Yes, so that you can act fast. I have a detailed video on what to do once your baby has fever. Why I said fever is very, very dangerous and it is no man's friend is because if it is ignored, it can cause convulsion. Once it causes convulsion, it can affect your baby's brain. Mm. I had this experience. I don't know if I've shared it on this channel before, where I went to the hospital for something else at the children's emergency ward. So I met this woman that her child is not so. She's not. The child is not communicating very well. I asked her what happened. They came for checkup actually. So I asked her what happened. She said that it was just fever. The boy was, yes, the boy was 2 years old and the boy developed fever, and before they could get to the hospital the boy was already convulsing. Yes, he was already convulsing, and right there and there the boy could not talk, the boy could not feed himself because he couldn't do the things he used to do comfortably at that age of 2. So but right now the boy is kind of learning how to do all those things from the scratch, and he's 12. That's 12, yes, he's 12 years old. So fever is so dangerous. It is dangerous like that. So moving on, the next thing you have to know as a first time mother is a lot of advices are going to come from left, right, center, middle, everywhere. A lot of advices. A lot of pieces of advice, or a lot of, you know what I mean. So before you do the one that your instinct is telling you not to do, abeg consult your doctor. Yes, hear from your doctor, because I can remember in our former neighborhood, a woman, a grandmother, yes, was sharing her experience with me that when her daughter gave birth, the umbilical cord, that's what that navel refused to fall off as at when due, like it was staying more than it should stay. So a woman, a neighbor, that my grandma neighbor, yes, her neighbor advised her to use salt, to use, sorry, toothpaste, on the navel, and she used the toothpaste on her grandchild's navel. That it was just God that saved her grandchild. And when she reached hospital, trust nurses now, they finished her. So it's not all advices you take. If they tell you to use toothpaste for your baby's navel, call your doctor. That's why I said you should have what, a doctor's number. It's not everything that you rush to the hospital. Yes, but something like this, you can just easily call your doctor, and your doctor will tell you, ha, don't ever try that. Some even use salt to make the umbilical cord to fall off, which is not also advisable. It's just like putting salt in a fresh wound. How does it feel? If you watched up to here, it's obvious you are enjoying the video. So just in a way to appreciate me, give this video a thumbs up. Yes, don't keep the knowledge to yourself. You have that sister, you have that neighbor that needs to hear this. So share my video and let's move on to the next tip. If you feel that your breast milk is not enough for your baby, like it is not holding your baby's stomach, please introduce formula rather than pap. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to argue this. I gave my baby pap at 3 months. I gave my baby pap at 1 month. Please, your baby is not their baby. Your baby is your baby. There's this Igbo adage in my place. They said, "Oke soro ngwere ma mmiri, mmiri ma oke." Oh. What I'm trying to say that oke is rat, lizard is ngwere, ngwere is lizard. When sorry, rat that is too hairy follows lizard to enter water. Of course, lizard is not hairy, so it's going to dry the lizard up very very fast, and the rat that is hairy would remain damp and wet. So don't do because other mothers are doing it and they're not complaining. Some, those that are complaining, will not come and tell you, because if they tell you, you're going to blame them. So they are probably in the hospital with their children suffering it. So just avoid everything pap till after 6 months. You can give your baby pap. And if you must give your baby pap at 5 months, 5 months is close to 6 months, just make it very very watery to avoid what, choking. So moving on, exclusively breastfed baby can poo plenty poo. Yes, they can poo like 3 4 5 times in a day, and they can also go as long as 1 week without poo. So do not be bothered as long as your baby is exclusively breastfed. Just keep yourself hydrated and your baby is getting enough water. But if you are too concerned and you are bothered, you want something, you just want your baby to poo, because when they stay too long without pooing, if the fat here, you go run. So what you're supposed to do if you want your baby to poo is just to lubricate the mouth, the tip of your thermometer, and just tickle the anus. I didn't say chook it inside though. Please just tickle a little. Don't force everything. Don't even put everything inside. Just tickle. Yes, and your baby is gonna poo. It has always worked for me 100%. Babies kind of reject breast milk for no reason. Not as if your breast milk has gone sour. I don't think breast milk gets sour. Yes, maybe the breast milk is rushing more than they can swallow. They are likely to reject the breast milk. What you have to do is what? Express the breast milk and see if they will drink that breast milk. When you express it, what I mean by expressing is like bringing out the breast milk and putting it inside a feeding bottle, and see if that baby will also reject that breast milk before you conclude that your baby doesn't want breast milk again. So try this process first. Then, since we're talking about food, milk, this one is not for a baby. At least it's for, I don't know if it's for, yes, it's for a baby. Or let's say baby. This one is not for a baby, it's for a child that is already eating home food. I noticed this thing in one of my children, my first baby to be precise. Anytime I give him rice and stew, next day I perceive this, not like odor, but this strange breath from his, not from his mouth, from his nose. So I noticed that it's because I add garlic in my stew. I don't used to add garlic in stew. I heard garlic takes the stew to the next level. So I now did an experiment. I removed the garlic from my stew. I only add ginger and other stuffs. And to be honest, the breath, those that strange breath is gone. If you are out there, you're a mom and you notice that strange breath from your child, as if your child has kata but it doesn't have kata, and that's how the breath smells like. If you're the type that adds garlic to your food or stew or anything, just remove garlic and watch that child and see if you still notice the strange breath. So this one is the scariest of them all. Yes. So it happened to me as a first time mom and I was scared to my bones. I was feeding my baby and the next thing a baby started vomiting from his mouth and from his nose. So after a long while, I noticed that it is because I overfed him. So do not be afraid if you are feeding a baby and suddenly he vomits from his nose and mouth. He is probably was overfed. You only get scared when your baby vomits like 3 times in a day. You know that yes, nke a out of so once a baby vomits more than 3 times, he is likely to get dehydrated. So you should visit a doctor or yeah, depending on the age of the baby, give the baby ORS. The next thing that can make your baby to throw up is maybe you have fed your baby and you are feeding him after like 1 hour and the one you fed him later has not digested. He is likely to throw it up. So once you feed the baby, allow the food to digest properly before you feed maybe the next 2 3 hours. These are the likely things that are going to make your baby to throw up on you. Okay, so throwing up is different from vomiting more than 3 times. That one is a problem. Yes. If your baby's diaper is not full, that means your baby is not getting enough milk. Short and simple. Yes. The fullness or the wetness of the diaper means your baby is getting enough food. So just put your mind there, okay? The first time mother, plenty things are gonna enter your eye. So record with your list, buy the essential things because if you buy things that are entering your eye at the end, the baby might not use it. I have a list of things that are not essential. I mean things that are essential you must buy as a first time mother. I'll drop the link in the comment section. The next thing you should always bear in mind is when you're shopping for your baby, go for ovo. These children they grow per inch, per hour, per second. Yes, right now my baby is 6 months, but he wears 1 year. All his clothes, fiam, you know, they enter am again. So always buy what oversized clothes for them, especially that first 3 months of their life. Yeah, maybe after 6 months, you can now do your shakara with skimpy clothes and joggers. There was a post I read on Facebook. A woman said her child has this whitish tongue and she was asking for a solution. A commenter commented, had the audacity to comment that she should use Dettol with salt and warm water and clean the baby's tongue. Who does that? Who does that? You see why I said it's not all advice you listen to. So it's good you clean your baby's mouth, but the right thing you should use to clean your baby's mouth is just warm water with cotton wool or warm water with a clean face towel, mat towel. Warm water with a clean mat towel or glycerin with towel or cotton wool. Any other thing apart from these things I mentioned is not accepted. So be careful the kind of advice you hear or you practice out there. It might work for her, but it might not work for you. Yes. So the next thing is resist the urge of using sugar for your baby that is below 1 year. We have natural sweeteners like dates. I keep singing it like a melody in this my channel. Yes, and I have a recipe on how to make dates. So resist the urge of adding sugar. Don't even divide it into six. Add date syrup. No matter the amount you put, it is okay. It's all natural. It's a fruit. It is sweet. Having said this, which of these tips did you find helpful? Which of them did you experience? Drop everything in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. Share, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So for now, bye bye. I enjoyed shooting this. I hope you enjoyed watching.